answering a random question every day. So here is the series that I want to start. I love answering questions, I love talking out loud, and I love listening to my voice. So I wanted to start this day with a question. What is something you're secretly proud of that most people don't know? As for me, I think I grew up as a shy kid. When I was in elementary, I was shy. I wasn't participative at school, even in recitations. Even I do know the answer, I don't have the courage to answer, raise my hand, and go to the board or just simply voice out my answer, even though I'm certain about it. So when I was in high school, I was still the same shy kid when I was in elementary. But when I was in grade 10, I do think that was my biggest bubog. Because in our final defense, I am grouped with one of my friends. And you know what? At that moment, I wanted to plead to him, like, please, 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 can you please um talk about what I should have discussed, because I cannot say it clearly. I was stuttering, my voice was shaking, and when it is a part or it is a time for the answering questions from the panelists, I was just on the side, feeling so not so confident, feeling so, self pitying myself, and feeling so fucking bad about myself that I wasn't able to do my best when I was talking in front. When in fact, I did memorize it. But aside from memorizing is not a good practice at all, because at that moment I do not know, I wasn't able to fully understand what artist is about, because I was more on focus on memorizing my script, memorizing what should I say. That's why I wasn't able to fully master the thesis paper, but I just did master the script. So of course, the panelists will show questions, very spontaneous questions that is not, hindi mo inaasahan. But then, that time, wala na akong maintindihan. I cannot understand the panelists about what's they're asking to my group mates, because I'm self-pitying myself that I didn't did my best. So, when I was in senior high, I still did the same. I was asked with a question. I mean, no. I wasn't asked a question. I was tasked with a script again, so I just need to memorize it. So I did memorize it, but then because of too nervousness, the anxiety of being in front of people that I'm not very comfortable with, because they are the panelists that makes me nervous. So at that moment, I did stutter again, my voice shake, I forgot some of my lines, and then after that, oh my god, it's still the same. I feel like I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at talking. I feel bad because I feel like I have more things to give. So when I was in college, it was from the pandemic. So the transition from online classes to face-to-face classes was a bit rough and really hard. That's why our first semester is the second semester of first year as face-to-face. So there are not much of participation, yung parang in need for you or for me to participate. But when I was in second year, there was an introduction for a English subject that I'm really proud of myself, because I answered it. Na I'm very adventurous individual, because I wanted to experience this. It's like skydiving, mountain climbing, and those stuffs that I'm really, I love the most is I talked about it. And even though my voice was shaking, and in my head I was thinking na, I'm just talking with my uncle or my mother because I'm so, I'm so calm, or I'm so comfortable whenever I'm talking with them. That's why whenever I'm nervous, I'm thinking now, oh, I'm just talking to my mother, I'm just talking to my uncle. And yes, after that, little by little, I was participating with a shaking voice. And then when I was in third year, before third year even, we have so many reportings in civil engineering. So because of that, I was exposed on speaking, and starting from that moment, really, I didn't rely on scripts. I do rely on me studying the papers, studying the subject, studying the lesson, and then me being, you know, knows how to handle it, because knows the subject, knows the lesson that I will discuss. I did handle it well. And when I was in third year, we had technopreneurship. It was like a thesis, something like a mini thesis, but it was just an activity thesis. Like you will propose a structural, I don't know, construction material, something from an alternative material. And with that, my god, starting from that point, I learned that my power, one of my power, is speaking, because I'm really, after years of being shy, feeling awkward, and not being proud, or just fearing being in front of everyone, I did master the courage to speak and carry the fear with me while in front of others. And after that, I feel comfortable, and then I love it when people are listening to my voice whenever I talk. That's why it's a long story, my god. It's the first question and it's 7 minutes. My god. But yeah, I think the most thing that I'm very proud of myself during my entire college life is me speaking in front of the class, in front of the professors, and hearing them tell me also that what I discussed was clear and good. So yeah, people might not know that I'm really proud whenever I talk in front of so many people, but yeah, I'm very proud of myself whenever I'm talking in front of others and I'm getting the attention of my audiences. That's all, and thank you. Sana makasali sa Miss Q&A. Ikaw, what is something you're secretly proud of that most people don't know? Tell me.